in stage 19 we're going to be assembling the port hull recess. Okay, now when we do this, you'll notice, and you'll have to look closely into the magazine or the PDF download instructions, that these will have to be assembled and glued into position in a certain way. You'll notice that they're numbered. Okay, so when you're actually doing that, make sure that everything goes in the right sequence. Okay, so once again, with the side cutters, taking the side cutters and removing any of the parts when you need them, okay, and then glue them down into position and clean up any of the edges. Okay, so first of all, we need to take one of the major parts first, and then just placing that down in the side, okay, of the hull. Just test fitting that. Once you're happy that that's in the right position, you can then remove that and add a little glue. Okay, so once you've done that, do exactly the same as you would be doing in the rest of the assembly, and once we've done that, we'll come back and we'll then get it all painted. Okay. Now, as you can see, we've got all the parts on there. Okay, they're all glued down into position, and you should have one part left. Okay, put that aside, keep that safe, because that's going to be for one of the lower hull sections later on in the series. So once you've done that, we then need to go ahead and spray it. So follow the instructions, starting off obviously with a matte black, okay, and a primer. And then once you've done that, we can give it a light dusting over with another mid grey over the top, light dusting, just to bring out some of the detail. And for anybody else that's out there that wants to add more detail, you can add your rust effects and a bit of dry brushing later on. Okay. Next we're going to be assembling the patches tube. So take the parts from the sprue and make up the passenger tube ring as we've done before, so that you've got all three ready. Okay, and once again, just noting the positioning of the actual center pins. Okay, now take the lower corridor floor and then mount that up to the corridor like so, to the lower section. Alright, making sure that you've got the holes aligned. Once you've done that, you've got 6 screws, brass screws that are provided. Just place those in the bottom and then gently tighten those up. Okay, you want to do that for 6 of them, and then once you've done that, taking the screw, once you've done that, take the corridor arches, and then once again placing those into the corridor in these positions. Okay, that's the last one, and then that completes this stage.